everyone. Today we are going to learn a new concept called letter writing. However, for some this will be a new concept, but for others it is an old concept because we have learnt in schools and colleges the skill of writing letter. See, letter writing is an art. So, if you have a paper, you will pen down all the things are there in your mind. You will sit in a place and start to write everything that you feel like writing. Okay. So, as modern days developed, people started to develop new skills of writing letter. In our session, we will be discussing letter writing concept as follows: a brief history of letter writing, types of letter writing, structure of letter writing, job and official letter writing, biodata or resume, other informations related to letter writing, email writing. These are the concepts that we will be discussing in our videos one by one, and how letter writing came into existence. This we will be discussing in today's class, and we will be always also discussing the types of letters. So let's proceed. Letter writing, as I have told you, it's a skill. Okay, it is an art. You can write letter and impress others also. The way of writing one person is different from what other write, because one doesn't think as another person. God has made every person in a unique way, and he or she writes the letter or pens his or her feelings in a unique manner. So, as I have told you, we will be discussing a brief history of letter writing. So, this would be an interesting session because we are going to the history of letter writing in a brief way, not in a detailed way. So, let's start. In the olden days, when technology was not developed or not up to the mark, people used to write letters on the leaf, fold it, and keep it in the bird's leg and fly the birds. Birds used to take the letters from one place to another. Now, whether the birds used to go and reach, that is a different concept altogether. Earlier, people used to write letters in scrolls. Okay, so vintage scrolls. So these scrolls are considered as important document for manuscripts. Manuscripts means people used to write in hand, isn't it? So handwriting is also called manuscripts. Earlier days writing is called manuscripts, or even today also manuscripts are there, but there is a huge difference between today's way of expressing letter to those of earlier days. So people used to use feathers as pen, and they used to write on the manuscripts. As days developed, okay, so people started to write letters, people started to use books and various other things to develop their insight or convey their message from one person to another. They used to use the inks. Okay, so these inks were natural, they were of nature, and leaves were converted into inks, or many details are there which we are not going in detail. Okay, but still I felt that I would give a brief idea of how letter writing started and how people started to write, and how messages were conveyed from one place to another. As I have told you, earlier days feathers were used as pen, and later on things started to develop. So earlier, after I have told you, that birds used to convey the message. Okay, after this generation, many developments took place. People started to write the letters on the scroll, and they used to send a messenger on the horse. Kings used to send their messengers on the horse to other dynasty or other places. So the person sitting on the horse was considered as messenger. One who carries the message from one place to another is called the messenger. Okay, so this we see from one age to another age. Okay, so they used to carry the messages. After the scrolls, paper came into existence. Okay, so you can see here paper industry. So papers are being okay, trees are being converted into papers, and that is a different process altogether. I request you not to waste any paper, because paper is very precious, because it's made of trees. And okay, please take care of that. Later, as papers came into existence, people started to write on papers. Feathers were feathers were were not used. Now pen came into existence. Pen took the place of feathers, and now pen were used to ink their thoughts. Okay, now letter writing became very common, and there were two forms of letters which we are going to discuss later on: personal letter and official letter. After writing this letter, they used to put it into a cover and fold the cover, and okay, paste it, and in front of the cover they used to write the address. Now this is the format of the cover which is used for international post services. You can see blue and red, blue, white and red, no? So these are international covers. Okay, for national postal services, we use brown or white covers usually. Okay, so then came the covers, and throughout world postal system developed gradually, and people started to write their feelings, emotions, and convey to others or their relatives who stayed far away from them in other countries. Okay, so throughout world, postal system developed with other developments as well. Okay, so in almost all fields of development, postal system also was one of the developments that took place very very, what we can say, very drastically. Okay, so after writing the letter, postman used to deliver the letters. And okay, in Indian system, postal system has its own unique way. Okay, unique way in sense, India is a country which is densely populated, and people convey their letters from one place to another to their relatives, or they can also send their post to the official persons. Okay, so I have just bought into the picture of Indian Post here, then, now, and forever. So India has played its vital role in conveying the messages from one place to another, and no doubt other countries also have made their effort since I am an Indian, and I feel proud of my country. Similarly, I felt that how post is playing its vital role in our country also, I just felt to express it. So in India, a postman is carrying the letter from one place to another. He delivers the letters, and throughout the world, Indian Post has its own significance. Okay, So in the international level also, Indian post and other countries' post are being exported and imported. Uh, we send letters to others and they too send letters to our country. So this is how a brief history of our Indian post and the post throughout the world started, and this is how letters started. This is a brief history of letter, but this can be spoken to a greater extent if we feel it necessary. So I felt that let me introduce you to the brief history of letter writing. um, Hope you enjoyed this session of history of writing letter. In the next video, we will be discussing the types of letters and how letters are written and how it is being presented. Thank you. Have a nice time. Take care. Bye.